Yay.
Live.
We are?
Yes.
Bum, bum. Hello, 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 my crafty friends. I'm just waiting for London to tell me that we are. Huh?
No eyeballs.
Waiting for eyeballs. We're waiting for eyeballs. We're waiting for eyeballs. Hey, last week, oh, sorry. Welcome, everybody. For those of you who are popping on early, last week we had a little bit of trouble with a blurry screen, so we think we fixed that. But please do let us know if things are clear or if I'm in that lovely soft focus, which makes my skin look so nice and young. Woo, woo. I think Colleen is on with us today. So Colleen, if you can see us clearly on Facebook and YouTube, please let me know and we will get busy right away on those, on our Tuesday Live. Bum, bum. I need Tuesday Live music. Who's a musician out there? Dee, 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 dee. Mana, mana. Dee, 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 dee. I'm not sure if I can legally sing that, can I? All right, let's see. We got a message. Colleen says, you look good. All right, let's get busy then. Let's get on with Tuesday Live. You know what it is today? Not only is it Tuesday Live Day, it's HSN 24-hour craft day. So our Tuesday Live today is going to be kind of short because I got to pop back over to HSN in a little bit. If you are unfamiliar with HSN Craft Day, they have all these amazing crafty deals. And one of the great things about shopping on HSN Craft Day is that you get to see demos of all the products. So you know how they work and you know what you're getting, and it's really cool and it's super fun. So if you've not done that before, I hope you will take advantage of that today. Good morning, Helen. She's in Paulden. And good morning, Barb Carlson. Glad you guys are joining me this morning. So today, I just have a few sort of announcements. And you know what's funny? I wrote them down, and I think they're over on my desk. So, Lundy Poo, could you pop over?
You want to turn off your ringer?
Turn off my ringer. That's a good idea. So we don't get, you know who calls almost every Tuesday? Well, we're live at my other son, Max. So I have to ignore his call almost every Tuesday when he's here. No, I'm looking for the thing that from today that has the notes for today. I was writing, it's probably under that. Yeah, there it is. All right. Okay, London is a master of finding things in my weird mental process here. Okay, so I just want to talk about a couple things today. First thing, HSN in the 11 o'clock hour, that's 11 o'clock Pacific time, which is 2 o'clock Eastern time. And wherever you are in between, 2 amazing ScrapRack bundles. So if you were on the fence 2 weeks ago when we had the ScrapRack special at Crafter's Companion on the Totally Tiffany website, and you weren't ready to make the commitment to getting your things organized into ScrapRack and living the ScrapRack life, today is the day. Great deals today on both the ScrapRack and the expansion base. So if you are ready to expand, HSN has what they've called Matrix, where they have 2 great things and they're offering them at the same price. So you can either choose the expansion kit base or the starter base, the starter system on HSN. And I'm going to do a presentation on it in the 11 o'clock hour. Don't know exactly what time, but over on HSN. Another thing I wanted to share with you, if you have if you bought the 9x11 magnetic design tool and, you stored it somewhere where it got bent up, storing it on the wing of your scrap rack is the perfect solution. So it's just going to stick to that because it's magnetic and it's going to stay nice and flat. Because if you do put them somewhere where they're curved around, they flatten out. You just have to take them out, let them warm up, and they flatten right back out. But if you want to keep it flat, you can put it on the wing of your scrap rack. You can also, I don't think you can see this in the camera, so I'll pull it off. The 12x12 version also will fit on the wing. It's going to hang over a little bit, but if you're looking for storage for those and the ruler that go with them, the scrap rack wing is a great place to store your magnetic design tools. Okay, there's my little super sneaky tip for the day. What I really want to talk about today, just for total fun, is the latest and greatest edition of Creative Scrapbooker magazine. As you all know already, I write a column for Creative Scrapbooker every quarter. And this quarter, it was about organizing your workspace, which all of you know how to do already. But I wanted to share this with you. Some of you probably already know this. So, and I'm giving one of these away. So make sure you comment. Creative Scrapbooker magazine always sends me 2 copies of the magazine, and I always give the second one away. So make sure you comment. That's how Colleen will choose a winner this week. We'll choose 2 winners. There's going to be a magazine winner, and I will mail you this directly from my home here in Arizona. So you have to be in the US to win the magazine. So that's the only caveat, I guess, to me sending something out versus the website sending out your gift card. But we also give away a gift certificate every week. All you have to do is comment to get into the drawing. So 2 drawings, magazine drawing, US residents only. Sorry about that. And then, but the big drawing for the gift card is open to everybody. Okay, so what do I want to share with you? I want to share 2 things. London, you're going to have to zoom in on this. One thing which I thought was super silly and amazingly adorable. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can give credit where credit is due here. Connie Nickel of Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada, made these bread clip cards. They're the 2 things at the bottom here, London. And I just thought they were so gosh darn cute. She just made faces on them and used the little clip thing as the mouth. And I thought, not only are they adorable on this card, but if you have kids or grandkids and you are making goodie bags or treat bags, those cellophane treat bags for birthday parties, or maybe Halloween is right around the corner, that type of thing, that you could do those little faces and put them, use the bread ties and put them on the bag ties. So super cute idea. Super, super cute. The other thing which I absolutely fell in love with, and I'm sure there are lots of you crafty gals out there who already know this trick, but I'm going to show you because I didn't know it and I love it. Take your craft mat. So one of the challenges, especially with intricate dies, is that they have such fine lines, and getting the adhesive on those fine lines is brutal, right? So this is a tip from Jackie, the editor of the magazine. And what she did, I wish I had a pre-cut die. I probably do. I need an actual die. So right there, see that thing that says Santa Cruz on the left side of my scrap rack? Yep, bring me that. So one of the problems with these intricate fine line dies is getting the adhesive to stick on them, right, with those tiny lines. So other side, I think, Pooh. There you go. So what Jackie recommends doing is taking your double stick tape, sticking it down onto your craft mat, and then peeling off the back side.
Vegas one, 'cause this one's...
Sure, Las Vegas one's fine. I just want the finer line. Sticking it down on your craft mat. I should probably put my glasses on so I could peel the thing off better, more easily, without getting the glue off. All right, I'm going for the glasses, people. Hang on, everybody. So I'm going to rub that down. I'm going to peel off the paper, and that's going to leave the adhesive on the craft mat. I just did this, and now I can't get it. Can't get my fingernail in there to get it up. There we go. Come on up. Come on up. I should probably use a little tool to do it. Okay, so all I did, difficult to see, is I left that strip of double stick tape on there. And then she says just roll it like this, right? From one side, you're going to roll it over, and you're going to convert that double stick tape into a double stick snake. And then you can take your fine, this one's not super fine, but still, it'd still be hard to put your tape runner on that one. You can take your thing and just stick that double stick snake right onto. So this is especially, there's so many cards right now, or so many dies right now that are really intricate, things that you're cutting on your Cricut machine, right? So look at that. I've just been able to put that snake of tape on there, and now I'm going to be able to press it down and flatten it out, and that's going to be upside down to you, right? But it makes it so simple to put things like dies skinny version dies onto anything. All right, now I don't really want this on there, so I might have to get out my oh, look at that. And look at that. Look at that. Peels right off. Bonus. So if you put it on, you don't want it on there for some reason. Anyway, I thought this was one of the brilliant things in the magazine this month. If you're not a subscriber to Creative Scrapbooker magazine, you should consider subscribing because it's a super fun and cool magazine and they do a beautiful job. I'm biased. I already told you that, right? I write for them, but not just because I'm a writer for them, but because it is a great magazine with great tips and tricks and ideas about how to use different things. So if you are not using now double stick tape for all of your things, there's a good reason to get yourself some double stick tape. So the new Creative Scrapbooker magazine, you're going to find it loaded up with all kinds of tips, tricks, and ideas. They did a feature also on pets this month, which was amazing. But I always like to go through and pick out my favorite things and then share them with you guys. So remember, you have to comment to get your copy. And then later in the live, Colleen, US only, sorry. And then, of course, you want to comment anyway. Oh, my gosh, my comment line is full up here. Hi, Tammy from Virginia and Julie Sharp. Oh, she says, you look good. I'm going to ask now every week, am I fuzzy? And that way people will say, no, you look good. I like that. Susan Farney says, had my lowest tote and several buddy bags at a craft retreat this weekend. They were a big hit. Yay. Thank you so much for taking them and sharing them with the other people there. Welcome, Dale Nakahara. I store my magnetic board on my rotating design board. Very neat and fits perfectly. Very nice. Peg Siegman, woohoo. I have not seen that magazine. Is it sold in the US? It is absolutely sold in the US and you can obviously subscribe to it online. So, easy to get. It's quarterly and it really is beautiful. I mean, they just do an awesome job. You know what else? There's another magazine called, this is Creative Scrapbooker. It is called Scrapbook and Cards Today, also Canadian. Both of them are Canadian, both distribute in the United States. Also a lovely and wonderful magazine. I don't write for them, but I think it's really important to support things like that in a hobby that we enjoy because that's, without support, they won't stick around. And it really is a great resource, both of them, Scrapbook and Cards Today and Creative Scrapbooker for, it's a great resource for learning new things like me, like this one. I was so excited about that. You don't know, I get so frustrated, like trying to get glue on things. And even if you run it through your Xyron, which I absolutely adore, you get the sticky edges in the middle and the little holes and stuff. And then you have to rub the adhesive off so it doesn't stick to everything else you're making. So it's a great solution. And thank you, Jackie. She's probably not watching today, but thank you for writing that article. Julie Sleeve and Fitman says, hi from Sutton, Mass. I just wanted to mention how much I love the design board. For the longest time, I did not feel the need for one. Then one night I was working with stickles and kept thinking how adhesion board would be, so I ordered one and used it for the first time the other day. What a game changer. So the rotating design boards are awesome. And the magnetic design tools on top of them just take them to that next level. The crazy thing about the rotating design boards is once you start using them, they're almost an addiction, right? Like you have seen, I use them for spray painting. I use them for decoupage. I use them, we're doing resin pouring, in our Sassy Crafters Club this month. And so I've been like playing with resin and so I can do these demo pieces to show how resin flows and how different things that you put in the resin are gonna, and so having the rotating design board so that I could move my resin project around while things were dripping and wet and messy, total game changer. So thank you so much for saying that, Julie, because it is, once you start using it, you're gonna use it for everything, right? I usually have my ScrapRack on. I have my computer monitor on one. My husband has a computer monitor on. Whatever, I'll just blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. Nita Pinkston says, where can you subscribe? I think you can just go to the website, creativescrapbooker.com, and you'll find, there'll be a subscription link. Marcella comment on Facebook says, I love my design board. It makes scrapping so easy. If you're unfamiliar with the 12 by 12 design board, I think that I probably shouldn't be talking about it because I think that they're out of stock right now, but I know that they will be back. If they're out of stock, they're on order and will be back soon. One of the great things about the 12 by 12 board is that if you're working on that project, you can rotate it around while you're working on it. That's great. But the other great thing about it is it's so heavy and so stable that you can pick up the whole board and with your project on it and move it out of the way so that you can do something else on your workspace. Maybe you're going to create a stamped, inked, chalked, painted element. You want to keep what you're working on clean and out of your way. So besides just the beauty of being able to rotate it, and besides the added benefit of the magnet on it, just being able to move your project easily rather than picking up a piece of paper that kind of curves around and everything slides in, it's great. You're going to love it. Okay. So we did have a couple comments on Facebook today also. Linda Grizzle says, over the weekend, I attended a crop and decided to get my embellishments organized instead of scrapbooking. I'm not finished yet, but I'm so pleased with with what I was able to do. Now I just need to take it home and put it in my scrap rack. And if you're on the Facebook group, I hope you'll pop in and look at Linda's wagon just loaded up with organized embellishments in her ScrapRack pages. It's a really cool picture, and the wagon is pink, so you know I love that. And then we also had a comment from Rosie suggesting that suggestion, can you put a 2 clear pocket gusseted sleeve to preserve mementos like graduation robes, caps, bulky items just to store in? Thank you for the constant motivation you give us. So I just want to tell you, Rosie, this is the project planner, and it does have this big gusseted pocket in the back. Now, these are available on our website. They're also available on HSN today. And I am going to take out all our little mementos here from our recent trip, and I'm going to grab London's. So this is the project planner, a memento keeper, and it comes loaded with these pages. But if you're just looking for pages to add to something, or you just want a pocket, so if you just want a pocket to store this in, you can take this and you can just trim off the 3-ring section on it, right? So if you're trying to file it somewhere or put it in a box or something and it's too long, but let's see if London's cap and gown will fit in there. So graduation cap and gown. Just in case you don't believe me, there it is. I have to fold it all up. That wasn't that smart, was it? Now, boom, boom, boom. You know, I need one of those folding boards that they use at clothing factories, so you get the perfect fold every time. But basically, I've got it folded down to about a 10 by 10 square. Now, these pockets in this page gusset out almost a full inch. So it'd probably be a little bit better to fold when we can't have a cap and gown without our tassel, right? But if you're looking for storage for mementos, here we go. Rosie, your suggestion or question has been answered. So you can easily put I'm just trying to see, like there's still gusset at the top here and still on the side. So you can see how gusseted out that is. And then there are 2 locking tabs. So you can leave it flat if it's not fully loaded, but the more fully loaded it is, the better the different locking tabs you're going to use. So absolutely, that will store, work, fit the cap and gown. Now, these are on special today at HSN as well. They're doing a bundle of 2 of these. So if you need project planners, memento keepers, and again, if you missed that on our Craft House show, or you bought them on Craft House and you need more, those are on special today at HSN. We just did a presentation on them last night. So now I'm going to put all these goodies back in here. Cindy Sutherland, so nice to see you pop up. Cindy, I'm so glad that you're with us today. Susan Iser Spitzbergen on Facebook says, love to read your articles. So she's obviously a subscriber to Creative Scrapbooker. Thank you for that. Who am I missing here? Mary Pat 1000 on YouTube. I've been scrapbooking since 9 years old, and this magazine would be awesome to win. It's a great mat. You're going to love it. The winner is going to love it. Susan Farney says, just learned that exact trick at my craft weekend. She used repositionable tape. You know, I don't know if this is repositionable or not. Maybe it is because I peeled it off the thing, but it was, I don't know, it's a handy trick. So, Denise Schultz Adler says, hi, I recently made a grad and bridal shower card. It was so easy to find everything that I needed, and cleanup was a breeze. I love being so organized. Can't wait for the craft and carry workstation to come back in stock. Jen Mitchell says, I grabbed 2 of these on HSN today. I think that's the project planner. So, you know, the key, sorry, I missed one. Like Denise said, the key to getting things done and you maximizing your crafting time, maximizing the use of your supplies is really having them organized. So I'm so glad that you guys are joining me and participating in the Get Organized Challenge and sharing your ideas, not just with me, but with the other members of the Get Organized Challenge group on the Facebook page. All of those ideas, all those pictures that you post, all that information that gets exchanged is all great for me in terms of designing products. So when I hear you guys or see you guys commenting, oh, I need something for this, or I wish this worked better, or I'd love to have an organizer for that, I hope you understand how valuable it is for me to be able to read your conversations and get your questions and all that, because it just makes, that is my job. My job is to solve your organization problems. So I hope you're taking time on our Facebook page or on the Get Organized Challenge Facebook page to share those questions, problems, all those things, even solutions. So sometimes people say, I love this idea. It doesn't quite work that. And I can take their idea and go, okay, if we just tweaked this or added that, it's going to be perfect for paper crafting. So I hope you all feel comfortable sharing ideas with me, us, your community of crafty people. Okay. So what else do I need to talk about before I have to pop off and get on the call with HSN? What is back in stock this week? So I just want to tell you, if you haven't commented, we're going to have a short Tuesday live. So make sure that you comment now so you can get in the drawing. What is back in stock this week? 12 by 12 binder. So the plastic craft binder with the zipper back in stock this week. Lundy Poo, is there a craft binder down there? Right here. It's right. Maybe one with flowers in it. Oh, maybe it's here. Maybe it's over here. No.
I was going to say, I don't see it correct. Oh, I see it right here. It's just right.
Yeah. So craft binder, there we go. Back in stock. So if you have been waiting, I know people love these for thinning out their scrap rack, keeping things that they rarely use, like a theme that they rarely use, not on their scrap rack, so they can have something else on the scrap rack. Or if you like to travel with your spinders and you want each one of them in a cover. There's 2 versions of this. There is the 12 by 12 craft binder that includes the 3-ring section, and there is the 12 by 12. It's called the Spinder binder cover, and it's just the cover, no spinder, no 3-ring section on the inside. So the 3-ring section is on a strip of hook and loop fabric. So you can take that section out. It can store on your scrap rack. It can go in the Spinder binder cover to travel with you or to be stored in the cabinet if you don't want to have it on your scrap rack all the time. Some people just like to do whole categories right in a 12 by 12 craft binder. So know that the difference there is Spinder binder cover, no 3-ring section, no spinder. 12 by 12 craft binder includes the spinder. So those are back in stock on the website. The pink craft binder, some of you were asking about that last week. The pink canvas craft binder, I'm going to make London pull it down for me, was not visible on the website. We weren't sure why. That is this guy. So if you were looking for pink, they are visible on the website today. So you've got pen loops, tool loops, pockets, shoulder strap. You can fit up to 3 3-ring sections off your scrap rack. It does come with 1. There's not 1 in here, but it does. Big pocket in the back. So if you were searching for the pink craft binder, that is also on the website. Most exciting thing, that's back on the website today, back in stock today, the 12 by 12 paper handler. Paper handlers are great for handling paper, obviously. Right? This is a 12 by 12 paper handler. Everything in our handler line, of course, has the pull-up handles. So this is big enough to, it's 13 by 13 actually. It does fit in your IKEA cubes. It does fit in your Michael's, Joanne, any of the craft store cubes that are traditionally 13 and a quarter by 13 and a quarter by 15. It's going to fit in any of those. It also works great for vinyl. So I bought all these squares of vinyl instead of rolls of vinyl. And then I was like, where am I going to put those? So I've got the vinyl and the scraps that go with the vinyl in each color pocket. So I'm keeping that vinyl nice and neat and flat and protected and all of those things. But again, in my 12 by 12 paper handler. So if you've been waiting for paper handlers, if you bought the paper cart and it only came with 5 paper handlers and you need 5 more, those are all available on the website right now. The other thing about the 12 by 12 paper handler, it does fit in your lowest tote. You got it. So if you want to travel with a paper handler that maybe you have organized with just a whole project in it, it's going to fit right in your lowest tote. It'll even fit in your lowest tote with your craft and carry workstation and your pop-up trash can and all of those goodies. So this has been out of stock for, well, came back in stock in January and sold out within 2 weeks. So it's been out of stock for a while. They're back now. I did look on the website today because they just went live, and we have already sold through about 20% of the stock just since it went live. So if you want them and need them, pop on the website and grab them now. So that is probably the most exciting thing about that's back in stock. If you've been waiting for ScrapMasters also fit in the 12 by 12 paper handler. Those are back in stock right now as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get some links up maybe in this feed of those items. The 12, London's nodding, so Colleen must have been on.
She's ahead of you.
She's on me. She's got it done. So there are links in the feed to all those items. Also the 12 by 12 tab divider pockets, which is what I put my vinyl in. I guess that's an important piece of that little puzzle. So the 12 by 12 tab divider pockets come in sets of 5. I have 2 sets of 5 here. Sorry, I'll pull this back out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a little more than 2 sets of 5 because I have this one that has a project in it. I'm way over my head in this Cricut project. I don't even want to talk about that. Too many pieces, not enough knowledge. It was not a good project for me to get going on as a newbie to the Cricut. So anyway, I used 10 in here, and I have everything in a pocket. So with vinyl, I felt like I needed everything in a pocket. With paper, you can use the pockets for scraps and as a divider, and then the 12 by 12 paper and cardstock can go in behind that without being in a pocket because it's more sturdy. But for vinyl, I felt like it would be smarter to have everything in a pocket. So I used 2 sets of tab divider pockets. Okay, ScrapMaster also back in stock. I think I said that, right? Did I get all that done? If you're unfamiliar with the ScrapMaster, that is this guy right here. This one is set up with scraps and embellishments and some stickers and other things for a football theme. So I've got paper, scraps, and embellishments and scraps in the middle there. But this is a 12 by 12 folder that's going to keep all your scraps together and also hold 12 by 12 paper in the center if you want to use it like a file folder. So ScrapMaster also, I believe there's a link up to that. Diane Meinhardt on YouTube says, I am loving all my TT products. Just put my binders together by color and can't believe all the goodness I found. I'm going to tell you what, that is probably the most exciting thing about getting organized is when you find things that you forgot that you had, right? So it's almost like treasure or like Christmas or whatever. And then you can use those things and then you feel better about having all of them. So and there's some of us carry some guilt about buying a lot of crafty things and not using them. And our significant others might say, you don't need any more crafty things. You have a room full of crafty things. And part of the joy of crafting is getting new crafty things. So being able to find them and make things with them is part of the joy and also relieve some of that guilt of all your crafty collection. I'm not going to say hoard. Maybe I should, but I'm not. All right. Linda Black, welcome. This is the first time I'll be able to watch live. Much more fun. It is more fun to be live, right? So thanks for joining us, Linda. So glad to have you. Michelle Ann on Facebook says, oh no, I need the pink one too. I think she must be talking about the binder. Maria Baverso, I'm horrible with names. I think her last name is Sakarich. Just tell me if I got that right. I'll be so happy with myself if I got that right. She says, I love my paper handlers. Carolyn Ann Hanley on Facebook. Woohoo! Tuesday live, best time of the week. Yay! Thanks. It's the best time of the week for me. You know what I feel like on Tuesdays? I feel like I'm just goofing off with my friends. That's exactly what it feels like. So, I did get a question during the week about the Sassy Crafters group that my mom and I started. So the question was, how did you start it? How do you get people to join? How often do you do it? There were a bunch of questions. But basically, it was like, well, what's going on there? So I moved to Wickenburg, Arizona. My mom bought a house here shortly after I moved here. She kept her place in San Diego.
You pronounced her last name right.
Yay! Woo woo! So one of the things when you move to a brand new town is that you don't know anybody. And we thought we need to meet people who have similar interests to us. And so we started this club called the Sassy Crafters Cocktail Club. So we craft a project and we craft a cocktail. We also craft mocktails. We do both, I guess. And we do it one Thursday a month, the third Thursday of each month. And our goal during that Sassy Crafter event is to share crafty skills. So we're not the only ones. I think we're going to have one of the gals, Debbie's going to teach it how to crochet a crossbody bag month after next. But we asked everybody, what do you want to learn? And they said, we want to learn whatever it is. Last month we did earring making with the girls from Loyal J. They came down and taught us how to make leather earrings. We're doing resin pouring this month. What else have we done? We made home decor signs. Okay, I'm straying. We've had a great time, and basically some people are super crafters, some people are brand new to crafting. So we try to pick projects where people can learn crafting skills and then help them understand how they're going to spread that skill into some other, use it other than what the project that we made. So how we did it, there's a Nextdoor app, which is in every community. So we can use Nextdoor. We have a community that my mom lives in. She lives in a Troon community. So there's an email list for that. So we were able to just send out emails and put some posts on Nextdoor. And we have just got this. We have too many people now. The space that we use will only hold 20 people. And so now we have a waiting list every month. But it is a great way to meet people and share what you love. It's just that simple. And so every week every month we post up, this is what we're going to do. And people sign up and we figure out what it's going to cost, and everybody Venmos us and we go out and buy all the supplies, and then we just have a great time. So if you're looking for a great way to meet people, especially we used to have all these craft events going on and all the craft shows, and it's going to take a while for those things to come back. And, paper crafting is kind of like the modern day quilting bee, right? Or it was previously. It was us going out and crafting with our friends the way women used to get together and quilt together, right? And so when all that sort of evaporated, now we have to rebuild those communities and get people back out and doing things together. And so this is a great way to create a group of people and waiting for the shows to come back and the big craft events to come back, and still like reestablishing your relationships with crafty people. So that was it. It was just a super simple thing. Use the Nextdoor app in your neighborhood. There's no kickback from Nextdoor on that. Or just put the word out to your crafty friends, bring a friend, and pretty soon you'll have a group that's too big to maintain. All right, let's see. Vicki Smith Beer Scott on Facebook says, the ScrapMaster is my favorite. for keeping TSOL, the Stamps of Life, Stephanie Bernard, classes together. They do work great for project planning and for keeping things together. You use together all those wonderful pockets for everything you need. And then when you're ready to work, you can pull that ScrapMaster off your shelf and get going. Cami Munson Yee says, I need to work on commission for all the craft organizing things I have shown people. We do need something like that, right? We need a referral program on the website. I'm going to suggest that. You know, a lot of websites have that where when you refer a friend and they sign up, you get a little bonus. Let me write that down. I love that idea. All right, Cami. If that happens, it's to your credit. All right, Emma Wilson says, I spent my evenings at the weekend sorting my stamp and die sets into the fab files and labeling everything, and I'm obsessed now to sort out my color cards. I wanted to say about that also, the magnets are back in stock. So if you've been waiting to use the 5x7 magnets with the 5x7 pockets, sorry, Colleen, I didn't send any links for this. Didn't know I was going to be talking about it. To get your dies and stamps organized together, both of those things are in stock right now. 5x7 fab file, 5x7 stamp pocket, and 5x7 magnet. So if you need those are all available. There's also a bundle of them available on HSN, I believe. So look on HSN for the, I don't remember what it's called, but I'm going to put a link up on, shoot, what is it called? It might pop into my head before we finish here. But there is a bundle with the boxes, the magnets, and the pockets on HSN. If you search Totally Tiffany, it might say Card Makers Fab File Bundle or something like that. Okay, Deborah Spencer on Facebook says, is the Sassy Crafter available for Zoom or is it local only? Usually during the events, I do a little Facebook Live during the events just so I can show everybody what we're doing. It is not, it's not something that we have like kits that we could send out, but if you're interested in, I mean, it seems like we could put a Facebook group together.
And you could put up a supply list so people could get their own supplies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, London says we could put up a supply list. He's so practical. So there might be an opportunity to do that. I will talk to my mom and maybe we could do, you know, we could always just set up a camera and let it run live, like while she's giving instructions, and put up the supply list. And then if you wanted to join us as a Facebook Live or kind of a Zoom thing, that would be super fun. And it would, even if you just wanted to kind of see what we're doing so you could start your own group and do your own projects, that would be amazing, right? I mean, crafting is such a community builder and it just allows you to be creative. And one of the cool things about this group is some of the girls that are in the group have never crafted before. And after every meeting, for lack of a better word, everybody leaves with a great project. I mean, it is so impressive to see what people who've never crafted before can do with, you know, just a little bit of help. My mom's a super crafter, so I have to be honest. She does most of the helping. Like, I can do the basic stuff. I know what the products do, but she really is, she's a natural teacher at art and craft. So she's really helped a lot of the new gals like kind of figure things out, but it's super fun. I will see what I can do about getting something like that going. So that would be fun. Okay. All right. So I have to get back to HSN. We have a new gal that I'm working with on HSN, Nicole. Never worked with her before. Super excited. Just had a phone call with her before we started. So that'll be in the 11 o'clock Pacific time hour. And that is going to be a ScrapRack presentation. So if you haven't commented, now is the time to comment. And remember, we're drawing 2 winners. We are drawing 1 winner in the good old USA for the newest edition of Creative Scrapbooker magazine. And then we are drawing our regular weekly winner regular weekly winner for the gift card. So now is the time. Colleen is going to draw that winner. And then I want to show you one other thing. Oh, London gets nervous when I say that. I didn't have time. I just got them. I just literally got them. Someone asked about these last week. I didn't even have time to get all 4 colors out of the packaging, but look at that. There are the new Triangle Traveler bags, and these are super secret. This is a super secret sneak peek. These are going to be on HSN.
It's not super secret. Somebody in the UK is furiously typing me an email.
Okay, I believe these are going to be, if they're not going to be on the July show, they are going to be on the August show. So I haven't even had a chance to really load them up. So what happens with the Triangle Traveler, right? Little tote. This extends back, and then depending what you have in here and how much weight is in there, that is the reason it stands up. So I don't even have any tools or anything in the back pockets. This one I put some pens in, but I don't have anything else in it. But you can see it kind of leans a little forward, and then you pull that back, and then the weight of what's in the bag holds down the base and holds up the back, so you have access to your things. So, so you can fit things in there, like these are just stamps, embossing folders. So as long as they're big enough to stay inside the cords, things don't necessarily have to be in the pouches. But the pouches, I just throw stamps down there. The pouches are secured with hook and loop, so you can use all of them. Some of them you can rearrange them, whatever. But okay, there is your little super secret sneak peek. We will do a Wibby Sibby, a win it before you can buy it on these as soon as they are available. So stay tuned in, stay coming to Tuesday Lives, because Tuesday Live is where we do the win it before you can buy it. I'm going to try and get 4 of those, 1 in each color. Woo, for Wibby Sibby. That'll be crazy, won't it? So I'm gonna work that angle. Usually I only get 1 thing to give away, but we'll talk to Meg. She'll work with me on it. Okay, the time is now. We're gonna do a drawing. We're gonna pick some winners, and then I'm gonna let all of you go back to watching HSN Craft Day, seeing all the great things that are on there. Beth Kingston was on earlier with a really cool card that had a die that was arms, so you could make a card that was hugging you. It was adorable, and check that out. It might be sold out already. You know what else she had today? Woo, it seems like Beth's always on right before me, so I get to see her whole show. She had gold scratch off, so you could write a message on a card, put the gold scratch off over it, and then the person that gets the card would have to scratch and win, or scratch and read, I guess, whatever was under there. And so her idea was to put things like, make like little coupons that said, good for a free massage, or good for a dinner of your choice, or that kind of thing, right? Kind of love coupons. And I thought what would be really fun is to make coupons and like a stack of them to have your kids, or whoever, in my case, it would be kids, and let them draw one on Saturday. And it would be the chore card, right? So whatever you scratched off, that would be your chore for the day. Mow the lawn, do the laundry.
Congratulations, you've got laundry.
Laundry, winner, right? And I just thought, what a fun way though to sort of hand out chores. And if you did like 10 of them, and one of them was free day, right? Then whoever scratched that off didn't have to do chores that day. That would be super fun, and kind of a silly way to, I don't know, to make it fun. I don't know. Anyway, this gold scratch off, I think it was Diamond Press that did that today, but a fun and exciting way to share those things. So, okay, here we go. Are you ready? Gift card winner today, Diane Meinhardt.
Somebody called it a nag note.
The nag note, the golden nag note. I love it. I love it. And the magazine winner, Suzanne Farney. Yay! Congratulations to both of you. If you will please reach out to prizes at, Suzanne Farney, since that magazine is coming from me, Suzanne, if you email customer service at totally-tiffany.com, then Leanne will get your mailing address over to me, and I will get that out in the mail to you tomorrow. And Diane Meinhardt, I'm going to share something with you. Gift card winner, make sure you email prizes at crafterscompanion.com. My first grade teacher, now that was a long time ago, Her last name was Meinhardt, and I thought she was the greatest thing since sliced bread. So if you are the descendant of a teacher from Sacramento, California, that's your grandma. I loved her so much. All right, that wraps up Tuesday Live for this week. Kind of a goofy Tuesday Live. Tons of fun. I hope you guys will pop in and join me in the 11 o'clock hour on Home Shopping Network. And then we're also doing, if you did not get a rotating design board because they were out of stock, did not get your magnetic design tool, did not get your tote bag to hold all those things, we have got that bundle in the 5 o'clock hour on that's Pacific time, so 8 o'clock Eastern, in the 5 o'clock hour. All the things that are on Totally Tiffany special on HSN today are available all day. You don't have to wait for the presentation. Something you see on there that you love and want. The pricing right now is the same price, whether you wait or not. And occasionally we have big sellouts on HSN. So if there is something that you know that you want, I'd throw it in your cart and buy it now and then tune in for the presentation if you want to see that later, just so you know more about the product. But we do have a tendency to sell out those things on HSN. All right. Thanks again for joining me today. It was tons of fun to hang out with you, and I will see you either on HSN